The selfless outpouring God desires, intimacy with His family. Reflections and Contemplation 1.0. I have read, studied, contemplated, and researched Genesis 1 and 2 for a whole year now. I have wrestled to see something I have never noticed before, something God concealed on these 2 pages. I have asked for help to see in fresh ways, in color like watching a color TV, not a black and white TV. I'm sure there's much hidden even in the first 4 sentences, but that's for another reflection. Now I totally see God in a fresh, simple, yet powerful way. His selflessness in creating and giving function to His creation. God unveils His nature and character. The word for me is selflessness. The phrase is selfless love. The idea is the selfless outpouring of love, light, life, spoken words, and breath. God is portrayed and revealed as selfless, outpouring, powerfully transforming love, light, life-giving, not taking. God is not a killer. Light, not darkness. Good, not bad. Newness, not old and expired. And breath, not vacuum. Genesis 1 and 2 powerfully point to and reflect God's enormous, energetic outpouring of selfless love, demonstrating His generosity and care. In Genesis 1, God's creation unfolded like a masterpiece with every spoken word, with words, majestic space, matter, time, land animals, air animals, vegetation, and sea animals came into being. He made space, seas, and land and populated them. With humanity, He used His hands. He poured out the design by sculpting Adam, actually 2 inside 1. Male and female created He them. God then animated humans with His breath, making them earthly with divine essence. Humans are earthly with divine breath. A full bouquet of beauty, abundance, wonder, and awe showcases His selfless nature. Take the challenge to study Genesis 1 and 2 slowly and many times. God's selflessness continues to sustain His creation, giving light, breath, and sustenance to all He created, including all natural processes. The psalmist beautifully illustrates this in Psalm 19, verses 1 through 6. The heavens declare the glory of God. Their expanse declares the work of His hands. Day to day pours forth speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. And in Psalm 65, 9 through 13, you care for the land and water it. You enrich it abundantly. The meadows are covered with flocks, and the valleys are mantled with grain. They shout for joy and sing. God desires that we become like Him, living selflessly and outpouring love towards Him and others. We can imitate Him by serving and giving to others. I'm deeply inspired and appreciative of God's selfless nature and character, filled with beauty, freedom, abundance, joy, love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. A call to action. Reflect God's selflessness by volunteering your time and skills, practicing generosity and kindness, listening to others, and sharing resources and talents. May your journey towards God's selfless love deepen, inspiring, and guiding you. May your heart be filled with joy, and may you become a reflection of His boundless love. I pray you'll reflect God's character through kindness, generosity, and care.